Part of me wants to believe it's a coincidence, but I feel like it's not at this point where I'm like, yeah, we have an X-Men trailer, a Robin Hood trailer starring Hugh Jackman, and now a horror film starring Daphne Keane, otherwise known as X-23. A common thread in today's world with these trailers is just funny to me. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Dear Kid the Overview, back again with another video. So we have our first trailer for Whistle, which is an upcoming horror film about the Aztec whistle, which I don't want to say this movie is kind of making it wrong in the way I'm assuming the lore is, because let me just get into it for a second. It stars Daphne Keane, where her and a group of other high school students come across this Aztec death whistle, which I'm assuming, I don't even know if it's logical for the movie or the way they're writing it within this, but for the movie's sake and the plot as it is, whenever they blow into the Aztec death whistle, it actually comes across closer to their deaths, where whichever one of them blows it, something come across their way. And me being me, I'm like, yeah, that's not how those work. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it also funny enough, a movie about an Aztec death whistle where I'm like, okay, that's interesting enough. But the thing is that those Aztec death whistles, I feel like you might have seen videos of people blowing them in tunnels, but those technically don't summon any demons around you or towards you. Those things are basically there to scare away any other possessions or any other beings that are around you. But I feel like if this movie's want to make it right, I guess they're talking about the wrong demon. Death whistles are known just to scare people, but if they wanted to go on deep into the lore about it exactly, I don't even know if it would be, or it is going to be stated in the trailer as right before I watch this thing. But part of me, I feel like, yeah, if they want to go through a real psychological horror with a death whistle, they would actually have to do a little bit deeper, dig deep into this lore, because I feel like, yeah, if you want to make it scary, you could actually make it so the death god Lord McLaren actually goes over to these kids after they blow it. Like, I don't even know if it's supposed to be working like, oh, they just blow it and death is already coming for them instead of actually being used for its purpose. Because if they misuse the whistle, I'm assuming that's where you actually bring in the real Lord of the Dead to come get them. It's just a little nitpick I noticed, but I'm like, well, most people are just gonna be like, oh, they found this hidden artifact they should have been messing with, and then demons and possessions come the door. Just by that simple fact check, it has me, but then again, it loses me at the same time. It just, I don't know, just because I know a little bit of lore on something doesn't mean it's like, yeah, that's not how that works. But in this case, it's just a simple horror film. We've seen a lot of horror movies do this thing, especially ones where I'm like, oh, they find this little artifact that actually has advantage towards them, but then again has backfire whenever they feel like, oh, I want to stop using it until it feels like they can't escape it. One bad example, I feel like isn't even a good example, but then again, it is kind of one nonetheless, is basically, remember that movie Wish Upon? That movie, this girl gets a couple of wishes, but whenever she wishes something bad on somebody, the effects of that wish actually are permanent and there is no reversing of wish. I don't know if it's going to be the same for this thing, but hopefully enough it actually is good, because I kind of do like the fact that Shudder is doing its own thing where, oh, we used to be like the cheap studio, but now we're a streaming service where all of our movies are actually with higher budgets and mostly known for VHS. Because I feel like that's one of those franchises where I'm like, okay, this was done a while ago, but also bringing it back slowly with new shorts and new creative heads actually doing them. I'm like, okay, you got something with this. I know they have other movies, especially ones where I'm like, okay, that's a cool idea, but then again, I just forget about him, and then, oh, once in a while, I'll just remember it out of nowhere. Hopefully, that's not the case with this, because you do have a little bit of star recognizable power in this one. So, in that case, let's get to the trailer.
We will have grief counselors available if any student needs someone to talk to.
You're the new girl?
Hmm.
Is that a fart? No.
Can you translate any of it?
To talk, it can also mean to...
Summon the dead.
Hmm.
Go for it, babe. I dare you.
I think I'm gonna pass on the whole ghost summoning death whistle.
The only smart Hispanic to not do that. Oh, yeah. That's where it had me, and it lost me in a second.
Listen, you guys hear that?
The day you are born, so is your death. If you hear the whistle scream, dying is not a choice.
Hello?
Hmm.
We were told the markings said, summon the dead.
The markings read, summon your death.
Oh.
Our
So we
future
got
death is
evil
hunting
version of
us.
himself. Hmm.
We need to find a way to stop it.
Death is unstoppable.
I'm not letting it get you.
We are running out of time.
Hmm.
What if I don't want to die?
Then you shouldn't have been born.
Part of me didn't even know anything about this movie except the plot and the actors with it. But also, funny enough, seeing as though they're directly in your face, they put from the director of The Nun. It's like, ooh, yeah, that one wasn't good. And I'm not going to be one to judge because some directors have made good, some of them have made bad, but some of them are to the point where I'm like horror directors or some specifically try to do just generic horror stuff where it's like, oh, we'll just have this be the thing that possesses everybody, or oh, some of the scares aren't even going to be scares, they're just jump scares instead of actually bringing in tension within the movie. And this is kind of like what I thought it was going to be, where I feel like, oh, they blew the whistle, so death is coming for them, where I'm like, okay, some of them have their own ways of dying, but I guess the way it's like, oh, each of you already had a plan to die, but technically speaking, dying isn't a choice, which, yeah, generic horror line right there. Some of the scares seem a little bit generic, but also there are some aspects where I'm like, oh, I didn't expect them to actually have duplicates of themselves actually roaming around, which I thought, oh, it's just going to be summoning a demon or something to slowly kill them, and we'll get that little death scene of them just looking around and seeing something that's not there. Part of me wants to say, yeah, it's a good release for Shudder, but then again, it's getting a wide release, and hopefully this movie actually is good because I feel like there's not a lot of steep competition because it's coming around the same day which another horror franchise is ending, and I can just say this movie compared to it, next to it, side by side, this one feels like the better recommendation. All there is to say is hopefully this movie actually does end up turning out good because, yeah, it's a good premise, and I wouldn't lie and say, oh, this could have actually been something else if they actually stuck with the lore a little bit about the Aztec whistles, but it's just me because I feel like, yeah, I'm Hispanic, so I'm like, I know part of this already, and if they're not doing it right, I'm assuming it's, yeah, made by people who didn't even do any research and just make a movie just to say, oh, this is the artifact that's actually doing the killing, so let's actually make this a threat. Alright, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.